Now, I think it gets a little more different and deeper and diluted than that.
Right.
Now, they got some shit that, I was in solitary confinement, bro. I was in the hole for 8 years.
Right.
So I wasn't really seeing what was going on out in general population.
Right.
So once I get out in general population, I see some shit going on, and they know it ain't the time of nerve with somebody stab you in your throat.
Right.
And kill you, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And not give a F about none of that stuff. So now, and they move around a whole bunch of other COs that's pumping their chest out. So now, sometimes, it's the same thing with inmates. I'm talking about inmates. I ain't talking about the convicts, but there's a lot of convicts like that too, to where these guys, they come in here with these identity crises. And I'm talking about COs and dudes that get locked up. They come in there with these identity crises, or they come in there, they come in with a perception on who they think they should be and how they should act, and they adopt their way, they adopt their personality so much so that it becomes them throughout the day. So now they live there, and they gonna live it so much to where now they gonna take the consequences that come with it, because now they think this how I go and this is who I am.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Larry Rocio is a local boxer who has quite the following on social media. He is not wanted in connection to that cold case. In fact, it's unclear if prosecutors ever pursued charges against him. What he is wanted on is a federal probation violation. Year-old Larry Rocio, a convicted felon who turned popular on social media, is now wanted by the United States Marshals Service. Rocio's case dating back to 2015. Federal court documents show he was arrested in Baltimore, Maryland, months after.
Man, what's up, man? It's your boy, the Cuban Assassin. Man, I got the inside scoop on prison. Man, that's my man, Steve Crawford, right there. I met him at Hazleton Penitentiary, right? He was in the hole for 4 years because he had unalived the guy on the compound. So he ended up losing the trial. Oh, he might have copped out. He got to tell y'all. But he was sent to ADX, the most maximum security prison in America. El Chapo was there. Everybody, Wayne Perry, he met Wayne Perry at ADX. He gonna give you that story. He'll tell you that. You know what I mean? This is the most maximum security prison in America right there. So he went there. Right now he's out west on a United States Penitentiary. So it's levels to the federal prison system. The highest is ADX. Now you gotta unalive somebody and do something crazy to get there. And also a street case will get you there if they feel like you got too much power. Like I said, El Chapo's at this prison. That's one of the prisons he spent years at too. He's been in for 22 years. Now under the ADX comes the United States Penitentiary. That's a level 5. Then it's an FCI. Then it's a low. Then it's a camp. You know, Steve he's a violent guy, so he's only been to ADX and the penitentiary. He's never been under that. He's been there for 22 years. So you know what I mean? Once your custody level get all the way up there, and then you got a certain amount of time, you're not coming under the penitentiary. So over them 22 years, Steve saw correctional officers change. They have went from guys doing 9 to 5s just coming to get their check to coming in there and being aggressive and abusing their power. And Steve firsthand could tell you this is coming from somebody who has, like he said, it's crazy what he said too, because we never been to ADX. A lot of guys never been to ADX, so we don't know how it is. But on the United States penitentiaries, oh yeah, the police beating us up, they carrying us and all of that. Like, hey, they did not feeding us. So this is a good perspective right here on correctional officers coming from a guy that has been in for 22 years, been to ADX, and also the United States Penitentiary. Steve gonna be calling me, I'm messaging him right now, and all of that. So this is the content that I'm gonna start dropping in here on you guys too. I also got other guys and other prisons I've been on FaceTime with and all that. Like I'm about to flood this joint. So my day ones, go hit that like button. Cop Assassins, man, we about to turn up. My birthday on Sunday. Everybody drop an emoji, Here we go, man.
Kind of. I'm gonna tell you one of the weirdest, wildest species that we have in society, Slim. And what that is it's the correctional officer.
Right.
Man, I'm talking about the psychological thing, the psychological transformation that happens to a human, to a person, when they become a correctional officer. It's just some different shit, Slim.
No question.
It's just different. And, you know, I've been in prison so long, well, I can tell the times and the errors and the changes and the changes and the changes again. Because I remember once upon a time, you know, it was the weirdos was few and far between with the correctional officer. I mean, the correctional officer, but, you know, for the most part, you know, dudes, man, look, man, I'm just coming. This is my job, man. I'm kind of do my job, man. Get on out of here, man.
Right.
You know, and then I start seeing it morph to it now, like, now knows the red guys. And now it's like one out of 100 of them
right.
like that. Yeah, I'm just coming to do my job. All the rest of them, like, super tough, where they put on this alter ego, this transformation, where they just so disrespectful,
right?
Where they so unnecessarily disrespectful too.
Right.
So when now it's kind of like, God damn, man, that's all I asked was for a request slip, man.
Right.
Why you?
Hey, Steve, let me stop you right. Hey, look, right, so. Cause you know I'm back in the free world, not in deal with COs. I love this right here. So, all right. So, dude, you know, on man time, we're dealing with a lot of inmates and stuff like that. You know, we got different inmates that'll try COs and play with them and stuff like that. Do you think it came to a point where as though they came with like, all right, dudes is just gonna stop playing with me and I'm gonna start currying everybody, or that's just their character as people? Because I think it's both.
Now, I think it gets a little more different and deeper and diluted than that.
Right.
Now, they got some shit that, you know, I was in solitary confinement, bro. I was in the hole for 8 years.
Right.
So I wasn't really seeing what was going on out in general population.
Right.
So once I get out in general population, I see some shit going on with some paper shit, some I only heard about it. I don't really know what it is.
Right.
But it's kind of like it's like some bottom line, they think everybody drug addicts.
Right.
Like,
okay. Right. Yes.
Shit.
Right.
So it ain't like, and they know it ain't the time of nerve with somebody to stab you in your throat.
Right.
And kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And not give a F about none of that stuff. So now, and they move around a whole bunch of other COs that's pumping their chest out. So now, sometimes it's the same thing with inmates. I'm talking about inmates. I ain't talking about the convicts, but there's a lot of convicts like that too. To where these guys, they come in here with these identity crises.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about COs and dudes that get locked up. They come in there with these identity crises, or they come in there, they come in with a perception on who they think they should be and how they should act, and they adopt their way, they adopt their personality so much so that it becomes them throughout the day. Mm. So now they live there, and they gonna live it so much to where now they gonna take the consequences that come with it. Because now they think this how I go and this is who I am.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now, but back to the C, just specifically with the CO thing, I see it because I see it now because, like, you talking to people crazy like that, to where once upon a time, you would have got what you was looking for. You would have got something that you wasn't looking for. You would have got something that you wasn't looking for, man. Mm-hmm. You know, because it was that breed. It was more so that breed of people. Mm-hmm. It was that breed of convict. It was that breed of maniacs and psychopaths and people, motherfuckers that just ain't give a fuck about that shit, man. Mm-hmm. You know, but now it's kind of like, I can talk to these guys, nothing gonna happen, because now I'm assuming they feel safe. One of the things that I seen when I was out ADX, right, Slim? Mm-hmm. Them the most respectful correctional officers I ever seen, Slim. Right. I'm talking about every last one of them. Hey, how you doing? I'm talking about they come to me for my birthday and they had some cake and some ice cream for me, Slim. Right. Hey, brother, how you doing, man? How you doing well today? I'm talking about every last one of them. Ain't none of them guys out there acting rough and tough. What you say? Turn around, bend over, squat, and all this. I'm like, damn, bro, I just asked you for a cop out. Right. I just asked you for a request slip. Like, why are you talking to me? Shut up. Well, shut the fuck up. And God damn, goodness, like all for nothing. All because you're trying to play out some type of role as a correctional officer, Slim. Yeah. I read this article, right? It was about this guy. The guy died, man, and when he died, they talked about what he was known for. He created something called the Stanford Project. He did it like back in the 70s. Right, so what he did was he was at Stanford University. So what he ended up doing was he took his class and he taught.
This call is from a federal prison.
He took a class of 25 students and he made 5 of those students correctional officers. He said, okay, y'all gonna be the correctional officers and everybody else is the inmates. He said he was astounded. He was befuddled. He was shocked at the way that those 5 students that was correctional officers morphed into people that talked crazy and was disrespectful to their same peers and friends. And then as the week went on, or the next week, he chose another 5 to be correctional officers. And he said them guys did the same thing. And every time he did that, he said what he learned from this is how a role, a title, can change a person's personality. And just like that, you can go from being just a regular nice guy, being a respectful man or respectful woman, to now you crazy, disrespectful, and rude, and just hard on a man, to where you're not even looking at us like human. And then that's a thing, right? That's a thing like too. That's how I always look at it. Like, I'm a man, but then even deeper than that, I'm a human.
Right.
I give you an example, Slim. Look, I'm giving you an example, bro, and I ain't even gonna drag this out too long. Bro, I'm using the bathroom, so you know how you use the bathroom, you put your towel up.
Right.
So I use the bathroom, I put the towel up, so when I get up and wash my hands, I'm standing at the sink washing my hands. I'm talking about suds everywhere. The guy snaps the door open. What you doing? I looked at him, I said, I'm making the pizza. He said, no, what you doing? I said, what it look like I'm doing? I said, I don't know what you do after you finish shitting. I said, but after I finish shitting, I put soap on my hand and wash my hands. Obviously, this ain't something that you familiar with, because if this is something you was familiar with, you wouldn't be asking me what I'm doing. The point being, what am I not human?
Right.
So where I can do the same daily task that you do, but because I'm in prison, I'm doing something different, or I'm doing something that's cynical or evil, or sometimes breaking some type of crime or something. Come on, man. But yeah, anyway, I say all that to go back to what made me start saying that. Yeah, the correctional officer, man, they the most interesting, weirdest. It's just weird, man. You know that you come to, because the thing about it is, I know if I ran into you at the grocery market or at the store, hey, how you doing, buddy? You see the basketball game, and but now you at work, I ain't human to you.
Right.
You know, I ain't human to you. And I used to talk to my supervisor, and he had this thing. Well, yeah, Crawford. Well, that's all. I can't be too nice to you, because if I be too nice to you, then you start asking me to bring drugs in here. Why I just can't be a respectful guy?
Right.
How is your mind programmed to think that that's what, he said, everybody has an angle. I said my angle is I just want to be a man. I like being a respectful man. Whether you got a uniform on or whether you got a jumpsuit on. I just want to be a respectful man, because I want to project and represent what I represent.
Yeah.
That's my angle. Come on, Crawford, you wouldn't ask me. No, I wouldn't ask you, because I don't need to do that shit. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
But they've been coached. They've been coached to think this type of shit, man. And that's another sad part about it is, how you an adult and you can get a job, and now you let your coworkers and the job dictate your personality and character to the person that you always been all your life. Now you come to work for 8 hours and that ain't you no more.
Yeah.
What? Like, I don't get that. I don't get, but see, then I go into where I say to myself, I shake my head at those type of people, because then I always wonder, damn, I want to know what's going on in his life. I want to know what's going on in her life. She done had some traumatic events, and she must be going through something at home, or he must be going through some hard times. I don't know if he was molested as a child, or wasn't hugged enough, or like it's something that happened to you. It's something that happened to you for you to come in here and be you just disrespectful to man every time you open your mouth. That's with me. I ain't saying nothing to you. And I'm one of them dudes, and I was just down talking about this to my celly and a few of the men today. Yeah. So I've been in prison a long time, and something that I just never do, I just can never get into it. And go back to what you was initially saying. I don't be interacting or fraternizing with the staff, bro. Right. I don't know none of these COs, bro. I ain't trying to laugh with them, kick it with them. I ask them for I need some toilet paper. I need a cop out. Outside of that, I ain't about to be giggling and sniggling and all that old shit because that just ain't where I'm at.
Right.
And for those who do that, then that's just what you do.
Right.
That's just what you do, man. I mean, if shit start looking fishy and foul, then you can't fault them. You can't fault somebody for saying, man, what's up with bro? He be too much tiptoe walking around and damn near looking like he on the staff now.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with him? You know what I mean? You know, so like I say, for me personally, bro, I don't even want you to going back to the whole thing too. I don't even want you to start talking crazy to me. I don't want you to think you know me. I don't want to think you my friend. I don't want you to think I got an angle with me, and I don't want to think you got no angle with you.
No question, because it go both ways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. So, you know, like, man, yeah, I'm just like, I just be in my own lane. It's just something that I just can't do, man. You know, and
because that's because you know you stand for something, Steve. You know what I'm saying? And they not used to having power. We was born with power. We learned we was capable of it. So once they got the power that they never had, it was like, oh shit.
Hey, that's a big part of it right there, Slim. You hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Now, this your first time, like you ain't never, because you can tell, and this is something I learned too, right?
Uh-huh.
This is how they equate power. They try to equate power with familiarity. So the only familiarity that they have with power is talking to their kids. Mm-hmm. So I've studied a lot of them over the years, right? And sometimes you can hear.
This call is from a federal prison.
They talk to us like they talking to some kids. Because in their mind, that's what power is to them. Compared to people like us, our power is just a universal thing. To where we got crowd control and all that. You know what I mean? It ain't about no kids. You know, we the men of the men and the kings of the kings. And it's just what it is. But they ain't had that. So now their idea of control is, they come up with the idea, but they got to talk to you like kids. You dig what I'm saying? Or it's another part of that. They either talk to you like kids, or they talk to you like they're a woman at home. So, because sometimes I say to myself, he abusive to his woman. Listen to how he talking to us, y'all. He talking to us like he is woman, like we is woman. You can tell that's how he talk to his woman. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? And so now I'm looking at you really weird. Now I'm all the way stand back from you. Don't come past me smiling. Hey, fellas, how you doing? Man, miss me, man.
Yeah, because you having a good day. Hey, Slim, one thing about them, too, is that they could be, they come in that joint, right? And you in prison, Steve, for years. You've been in prison for years. Now, if anybody should be having a bad day, it should be you.
Exactly.
Now, they got these people in a position of power who is having problems on the outside and coming on the inside and taking their problems out on the men.
Hey, this phone about to hang up.
Okay.
That's a good topic that we got to touch on. Well, I'm always in a good mood, Slim.
No question.
I ain't never having a bad day, bro.
Right.
Because
that's the man we is.
The situation. Mm-hmm. Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? That don't mean that I'm content with nothing, but that means that I'm one foot in front of the other, I'm moving forward. Mm-hmm. I got a plan, I got an idea, I got goals, and I got dreams, Slim.
Yeah.
What's up? When you want me to call back tomorrow about the same time?
Probably early. I'm about to message you right now, and